Wait a minute. We nuked you. I saw you. We were...
What the hell's going on?
I was playing with you. Why, you were in hell, man. How do you think you get to hell? You got to be dead in the first place.
Something's fishy here.
Of course it is. But you're barking up the wrong tree. Pazuzu's the one you ought to be watching out for. He sent you to me, didn't he? He sent you to find out where I get my weaponry. And how did Pazuzu get you to approach me? Simple. He has something you want. But do you actually think he's going to give it to you just because he said he would? So I tell you again, you are on the wrong side. No, the long and the short of it is this. If you want to get something out of Pazuzu, you're going to have something on him.
I suppose you're going to make us fight you again before you give us something on him.
Much as I like to, lady, it's unnecessary. How strong are your allegiances to him?
They're non-existent.
I thought as much. You two are talented, but you're no more than mercenaries. In any case, what you probably don't know about Pazuzu is that he likes to play mobster. His biggest service to the mob is that he maintains a hell pit where the mob can hide hostages and stolen goods.
Hostages?
That's when warring mobs agree to parley and each give a hostage to Pazuzu to ensure good faith negotiations. He's got a couple right now, as a matter of fact. He's also got a kidnapped victim the mob's holding for ransom. Crystal Getty, heir to the limitless Getty fortune. If anything were to happen to her, like if she were to escape, Pazuzu would be in hot water with the mob.
Useful information, if we know where this hell pit is.
Well, son, I've been thinking of sending you two back to hell in return for you freeing that disgrace to the uniform, Mangini. Only thing is, this time you'll be prepared. Could we meet on the battlefield once more? To Hades, then! Attack!
Hey, what do you want from me? I got a card game here.
Beautiful's not around, is he?
Yeah, he's over there taking an acid bath. Who you guys supposed to be? This is a hell of a place to be taking a stroll. That's a good one.
The jokes you practice mark you funny, but I'm tired of wit and want your money. Do your deed and make the pot less scanty. Shut your mouth and up the ante.
All right, there you go. We're all in.
I recognize this guy, Gid. That's Delmonico Ferlinghetti. He's a capo in the Ciccio family.
Yeah, you're right. And the other guy's Carlos Portillo with the Colombians. Italians, Colombians, and the Apache Sioux fusion have been shooting holes in each other for years. Savage turf wars over empathics trading. I take it these two are willing visitors to this charming pit.
I'll go 50.
I'll see it. That's right. My good friend Delmonico and I are voluntary hostages. Our two organizations are trying to work out our differences. Live in peace.
Bold openings. Your cards must be nifty, but talk is cheap. I'll raise your 50. I stare right through your poker faces. Up my sleeve, I've 50 aces.
Yeah, peaceful coexistence. There's your 50, here's another, you scaly little bastard.
Madre Dios, no offense, Chemo, but it's too hot for me. I'm out. I can't figure these empathics, men paying to cry like little girls or to be frightened out of their wits. What happened to simpler pleasures?
Help me! Do something! Ah!
Keep her quiet, Chamo. I'm trying to think about my cards here.
Quiet your pleas or make me nasty. I'll rip your heart with angioplasty. My cigar burns bright if left apace. Brighter still, jammed in your face. As for you, my wagering Italiano, hold your seat, hit the Galliano. I see your bet, and what's more, stand tall. The plot's afoot, I beck, I call.
3 jacks, Chamo.
Well, a worthy hand. The table is hush. But 3 jacks don't beat my royal flush. Delta flush, do I lie and sell? Don't check the deal. The deck's from hell.
Lousy cheating demon. This waiting around wouldn't be so bad if you let us win a few hands.
Getty's freed. What perfidy is this? I'll have her bound in the dungeon of this. Tancoats, you don't work for the boss. Surrender the girl, or your lives are your loss.
You come over here and try to put me back in that thing. I'll dunk you in one of those acid vats, you little shit.
Remember where you are, Crystal. Cut your losses and run.
The holy trio, Belial, Beelzebub, and Mephistopheles. The demons continue to trouble me, especially the unholy triumvirate, Belial, Beelzebub, and Mephistopheles. I realize, of course, that the hand cannot eradicate supernatural immortal beings. They are all a part of God's plan, the plan that Solaks enact here on earth. So according to the Imperator's direction, we condemn people to serve under these hell laws. We send them to their lairs to serve their sentence. Pazuzu and Asmodeus. I made a run with a squad of rookies today, and we caught a blatant sinner, a man who has been haunting the Ford Theater area, exhibiting himself. We had to let him go. Seems he worked for Asmodeus. We are never supposed to prosecute people involved with the Hell Syndicate. Asmodeus, the demon filmmaker. Or Pazuzu, a.k.a. Mr. Beautiful, gambler, drug dealer, wise guy. Don't know why we can't persecute these guys. Besides the fact that they are actually demons, and we probably can't catch them if we wanted to. They must fit into the plan somehow. Mr. Beautiful. Captain Thorne decided to use Beautiful to complete the case we were building against the Smoke Cowboys, a gang of technology outlaws. I had a scrub team arrest the cowboys. We charged them with violating the artificial realities ban, and Beautiful supplied the judge with all the evidence we needed to send the cowboys to Belial's pits. Ha ha. Dean Sterling. Some of the men are suspicious about a freelance demon hunter we are monitoring. His name is Dean Sterling. He has been having some real success. He eliminated a score of minor and mid-level demons. And now we hear he's after the big ones. Asmodeus, Beautiful, any of them that are brazen enough to walk the earth. It is understood in the department that some of the demons are untouchable, but Sterling has the freedom to choose his target at will. As for me, I will neither hinder or assist Mr. Sterling. He has made his presence felt, and the demons are nervous about him. As far as I'm concerned, he's a genuine good guy. Massimo Eddy. Last night there was another Massimo Eddy broadcast, another vision of hell. Massimo is the first man who was damned to hell and lived to tell of his experience. There was Eddy, paint splashed on his face, ranting about his trip to hell, bursting into sudden screams of "The color! The colors!" Then, "Ooh! Fire! All is aflame! All is aflame!" Ooh! He would speak, and the demons that possesses him would taunt him from within. Ooh! From within, a terribly frightening exhibit that reminds viewers what there is to fear about hell. Periodically, the hand drags him out to broadcast his bizarre visions to the nation. He has developed a cult following of people expecting wisdom from the mad Massimo. I fear those people will be disappointed. I doubt this lost soul has anything to teach. ARC. Reality Containment was outraged after 2 of its agents were targeted in the latest Scrub Team action. I don't know what the executives in the Five Fingers had in mind when they include Gideon Ashanti and Rachel Brack on the scrub list. There were ways of making them disappear without setting ARC and transgressions at odds with one another. The question remains, why? What were Ashanti and Brack involved in that demanded that they be eliminated in such a high-profile fashion? Rumors are that the order to kill them came directly from the Imperator. Rachel Brack and Gideon Ashanti. Looking through the backfiles today, I found one I had on Brack and Ashanti. I had forgotten, but it seemed I tried to recruit them myself a couple of years ago when I heard about the great job they were doing at ARC. But to outduel the Scrub Team, they were obviously more talented than any of us realized. Their work at ARC was top-notch, even though they had a reputation of going easy on minor criminals. Still, their character was somewhat questionable. We had an inter-office Hola conference call from the Imperator today. The Imperator discussed the recent actions against the CFF. Solux pointed out that the CFF was still operating. The sweep had failed to net Aaron Burr, and that an even greater effort must be made. The entire performance was classic Solux. It reminded me of the Imperator's ascension to power, when Solux would inspire tens of thousands of people at mass rallies, saying things that would make the crowd leap to its feet and roar its devotion. When Solux finally ascended to power, it was as if Earth had become a new planet. People were sick of how society had crumbled into a crime-ridden, godless, free-fire zone. The Hand of God proved an apt name because that was the way Solux promised to administrate justice, as if enacted by the Lord himself, and it has come to pass. When Parallax Entertainment's breakthrough decking technologies permitted the company to create a home entertainment system that provided a direct interface between the user's nervous system and the machine's software, the result was the ActiDeck. ActiDeck programs plunge the users into virtual reality worlds for a price. Anything was possible, but the price proved to be steep. The Parallax ad campaign had claimed that the direct interface between nervous system and circuitry allowed the player to change the machine. What they didn't know or weren't telling was that the machine was changing us. When details of the parallax effect broke, the public outrage was intense. The issue dovetailed perfectly with the Hand of God's plan for seizing power and was a significant tool in their campaign against technology. Parallax Code. The Parallax Code is a highly secret series of computer code modules that made cyberspace a reality. To my knowledge, the source code for Parallax has never been discovered.